The James Webb Space Telescope has just detected something no one expected. 3I/ATLAS, the third interstellar visitor ever recorded, has changed its course. Not drifting, but steering, and its new trajectory now points toward Earth. Data from multiple observatories confirm it. But how can an object from another star system move like it's controlled? And what happens if it's not natural? Let's dive right in. When the James Webb Space Telescope detected a flicker of light moving near Jupiter's orbit, most scientists brushed it off. A glitch, they said, maybe a cosmic ray, nothing unusual. But a few quiet hours later, new readings confirmed something extraordinary. The interstellar object known as 3I/ATLAS, only the third ever seen entering our solar system, wasn't just passing by. It had changed direction, and its new path pointed closer to us. At first, NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory tried to explain it as natural drift, solar radiation, dust jets, random forces. They offered every textbook answer they could think of, but every new data point said the same thing. 3I/ATLAS wasn't drifting, it was steering. In late October, as 3I/ATLAS reemerged from behind the sun, independent astronomers noticed it wasn't where it should have been. Not off by a few hundred kilometers, but over 1,000,000. That's not error, that's movement. Its distance from the sun was steady, yet its position had shifted sideways, a type of motion no comet should be capable of. Comets don't move sideways through space. They either speed up, slow down, or spin off due to jets of vapor. But Atlas had done something entirely new. It had slid laterally, as if performing a controlled maneuver. Within hours, the International Asteroid Warning Network, a United Nations-endorsed defense coalition, activated special monitoring. It was the first time in history they'd ever tracked an object from another star, and that raised a chilling question. If it wasn't a threat, why was a planetary defense network suddenly involved? Behind the scenes, NASA's Mars orbiters were perfectly positioned to photograph Atlas as it looped around the sun. Those images have never been released. Not a single frame. The official statement? Data under review. The unofficial whispers? Censorship. Leaked reports from within JPL hinted that the imagery showed something unexpected. Symmetrical light patterns, structured reflections, perhaps even geometry inconsistent with a natural body. If true, it meant the object wasn't just reflecting sunlight, it was controlling it. Dr. Avi Loeb from Harvard, known for challenging NASA's comfort zones, reviewed the anomalies himself. He noted Atlas exhibited a rare anti-tail, material pointing toward the sun rather than away. Then, just days later, that tail reversed direction. Perfectly. Cleanly. No known comet has ever done that. Not once in human history. So, what had enough control to reorient itself so precisely near the sun's gravitational field? Soon after, infrared telescopes in Chile caught something that made scientists' jaws drop. A burst of heat lasting exactly 12 minutes, then vanishing. No known natural process behaves like that. It wasn't sunlight and it wasn't random thermal radiation. It looked like a controlled ignition. When analysts compared the thermal curve to every propulsion model on record, from chemical rockets to nuclear and ion drives, none matched. But one experimental signature came close. Magnetohydrodynamic acceleration, a form of plasma propulsion that manipulates charged particles with magnetic fields. It's theoretical. We've never built one capable of interstellar thrust, yet 3I/ATLAS seem to have just used it. That single finding changed everything. The conversation shifted from what Atlas was to who built it. Then came the pulse. After the heat burst faded, observatories around the world began detecting a rhythmic fluctuation in Atlas's rotation. once every 247 seconds. At first, astronomers assumed it was tumbling through space. But tumbling is chaotic. This wasn't. It was exact. Repeating. Perfect. Within days, the pulse synced across multiple telescopes. The timing was so consistent that engineers started to question if it was deliberate, a form of transmission through motion. Every time Atlas spun, it released a faint electromagnetic wave. Soon, even radio observatories on Earth started registering the same beat. A low-frequency resonance matching Atlas's spin. It was as if the object wasn't just moving, it was speaking. And then suddenly, everything stopped. On November 3, 2025, every observatory tracking 3I/ATLAS from Hawaii to South Africa simultaneously lost signal data. Feeds froze. Telemetry vanished. For 47 long minutes, the solar system went dark. When connection was restored, Atlas was gone. It hadn't exploded or gone behind the sun. It was simply missing, erased from every coordinate system in existence. Yet something strange lingered, a faint hum pulsing every 247 seconds, the same rhythm, the same heartbeat. That low-frequency wave echoed across deep space antennas worldwide, repeating like a memory that refused to fade. The official label for the event, Interstellar Signal Anomaly 2025-11. Access restricted, but one piece of classified data leaked, a brief flash detected near Jupiter's orbit at the exact moment of disappearance. It wasn't random static. It was directionally aligned, meaning Atlas hadn't vanished. It had jumped. Days later, the James Webb telescope caught another glimmer, a reflection streaking beyond Jupiter's orbit at impossible speed. When scientists recalculated the position, the numbers didn't fit any known physical law. The object had shifted position faster than light itself. ESA's Gaia Observatory confirmed a matching reflection exactly 247 seconds later. 2 locations, 1 object, identical signal. The only explanation that fit the timing. It wasn't traveling through space, it was folding through it. Some physicists propose that Atlas had discovered a resonance, using gravitational fields like stepping stones, bridging distances without crossing them, not teleportation, not warp drive. Something else entirely, resonant relocation. It was as if Atlas had learned to use gravity itself as a communication language, and Earth had just heard the first word. Weeks later, fragments of corrupted data appeared inside the Deep Space Network's internal logs, binary strings embedded directly into their transmission systems during the blackout. When decoded, the message wasn't a coordinate in space, it was a timestamp. The date matched 6 years into the future, 2031, and the target wasn't Jupiter, it was Earth. Specifically, a point where our planet will be in its orbit on a precise day and hour. NASA classified the file under Planetary Hazard Level 10. Then they locked it. The European Space Agency denied its existence. China erased their radio archives completely. But 3 months later, amateur astronomers in Australia picked up faint echoes of that same pulse. Not from deep space, but from inside the asteroid belt. Whatever 3I/ATLAS had become, it was back, and it was closer than before. By early 2026, the International Asteroid Warning Network, the same organization that first tracked ATLAS, suddenly went offline. Their public feeds vanished, and all observation data disappeared. The official explanation: system restructuring. The truth: unknown. Insiders claimed a private global array of telescopes had been established in its place, funded not by governments, but by corporations and unnamed investors. Its codename: Project Helios. Its purpose: to track Atlas's movements in secrecy without political interference. Their conclusion, if the leaks are true, is chilling. The object wasn't just maneuvering, it was mapping us, studying gravitational nodes, magnetic fields, even the rhythm of Earth's rotation itself. Today, the faint pulse continues. Every 247 seconds. Sensors around the world record it, but few dare to speak publicly. The frequency seems to align with fluctuations in Earth's magnetosphere, as though our planet is now synchronized with whatever left that signal behind. Coincidence or communication? That's what divides the scientific community. Some argue it's an aftershock, a residual energy echo from ATLAS's maneuvers. Others believe it's deliberate, a timed resonance waiting for the right alignment before something happens again. And if that's true, the next signal might not come from space, but through it, no agency has issued a new update. No one claims to be tracking Atlas anymore. But among independent researchers, there's a quiet, growing consensus. 3I/Atlas didn't vanish. It simply changed the way it exists, slipping between dimensions of time and space we barely understand. And every pulse we hear might be its way of keeping the connection alive. If the coordinates are accurate, 2031 won't just be another date on a cosmic calendar. It will be the moment when Atlas crosses our orbit again, not by accident, but by design. The question we must ask now isn't what 3I/ATLAS is. It's why it's coming back, and whether this time we'll be ready to face what follows. 3I/ATLAS has proven one thing. The universe still holds mysteries beyond our understanding. Whether it's a natural phenomenon or an engineered object, its movements challenge everything we know about space and physics. What matters now is how we, as humanity, choose to face it, with curiosity, preparation, and reason. If you found this story valuable, like this video, leave a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe to Galactic Breaking News. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update when new discoveries break. Together, we'll keep exploring the truth, one mystery at a time.